Dark Rose Valkyrie.
Well, hello everyone, welcome to Let's Try Dark Rose Valkyrie, another compile hard game. Yes, we're still keeping up with those guys, because like that's all this series is about at this point. Well, we'll see how much longer I can keep using that as a joke, if you can even call it a joke. So, this is a game which I had no idea existed until it was announced for Steam. So, I guess it... Well, if even I haven't heard of a certain compile hard game, I guess it must not have done too well or something, but then again, compile hard games are kind of niche anyway. So this was originally released for a PS4, I believe. The Western release was about only 8 or 10 months ago, I think. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about this game at all, so hopefully it'll be interesting. First of all, let's take a look at our config options. You got the standard audio and camera stuff in here. This is the resolution that I'm currently playing and recording at. You can change the event button type there, just to see how you want to, well, change how you call up the backlog and go to auto mode. Game options, more camera stuff here. Let's see. Skill animation auto skip. Like, this seems to imply that there will be animations requiring input, which I am kind of in favor of at this point in compile hard games. Alright, this is what I've got my controls set up as, and this is what I've got the graphics quality. So most of them are just on or off. They're very basic. Of course, we're not playing with the outline render because I prefer not to play with the outline render. Alright, so from what I've heard so far, A Dark Rose Valkyrie is basically Compile Heart tries their hand at making a serious game, with the help of a few other people. and I do believe that they can make a serious story, a good serious story, because a lot of their games have shades of this, but I would say it's not really carried by the gameplay. The gameplay tends to be one of the weakest parts of compile hard games, even though they do try and iterate on certain things. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go, like she says. There's no middle ground here. It's either easy or hard or very hard. That's life, pretty much. What I'm expecting is Omega Quintet style gameplay. So, Well, this time I feel like going for hard, just the middle option. I'm going to say that that's probably just normal, I hope. Alright, and this is all the free DLC that you can get on the Steam store page. In true Compile Heart fashion, there's a lot of stuff to help you out, if you wish. And a few extra outfits and whatnot. Here. This implies that if you have save data from Super Dimension, I'm going to assume that's Super Dimension, I'm going to assume that's Super Dimension, Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls. That was the one, the latest one to use the Super Dimension name, wasn't it? Like, none of the others did. There are so many names, let's forget about that. But you get more outfits if you have some Super Dimension save data, apparently. I don't know if it'll work for me. I think I still have the save data. I don't have the game installed, but we'll see, I guess. But, whew. Asahi Shiramine, I have a few things to ask of you. Please answer these questions to the best of your ability. Your group is stranded. Supplies are scarce. Who do you prioritize when handing out rations? Okay, this is not the question I got when I was testing the game, so I guess there's an element of randomness in even the beginning. Ooh. Me, of course, I'm the leader. Let's see. I would say either healers or equally. Let's go with healers. I see. Here's the next question. Victory is slim in battle. Will you take a chance and fight, or in order to keep casualties at a minimum, retreat? Retreat. Interesting. Please allow me to ask you this next question. Your superior, an exemplary leader you respect, is committing embezzlement. Will you indict your superior? Of course. Answer that quickly. There are 2 more questions. Why, thank you, ominous voice. What is your preferred style of combat? Well, since this is a compile hard game, I will probably have to do a lot of group nuking. Therefore, I attack them all at once. I have one final question. Out of the following, who is the most important person to you? Now that's possibly the toughest question here. I don't think that I don't know, so I'm just going to answer my parents. That will be all. I will contact you with your results at a later date. Until then, please rest. You, the one in possession of the ultimate beginner's luck. I wish you good fortune in the journey ahead. Ultimate beginner's luck. Now that's the compile hard thing. I wonder if our main character is dead or will die very soon.
This is your captain speaking. We will soon be landing at New Haneda Airport. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened. And your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Once again, we sincerely apologize for the delay.
Finally here, huh? That went by pretty quickly. Well, after we took off anyway.
Oh yes, as usual, we are going to give both the English and Japanese voice tracks a try. But immediately you can see it's got this little style going on, a little bit like something from Valkyria Chronicles, where things have been like shaded in by pencil.
To dream about my interview, though. I must be more nervous than I thought. I can't believe
I don't think
finally going to
the-
be joining the National Chimera Defense HQ. I hope this goes well.
Yeah. Hopefully you won't actually have to fight Chimera. Yeah, I don't think that pencil style is prevalent everywhere in the game, though.
There aren't any more trains headed to the capital today. This isn't good.
Got a fairly
What's gonna happen?
animate
I would've agreed
live
to have that
2D
car
model
of theirs
here.
pick me up.
Should have agreed to that in the beginning. Like, they offered,
Really
they
wasn't
offered.
planning
You
on
may as well
spending
take them
money
up
on
on
a
it.
cab. That 2-hour flight delay is really gonna cost me. What am I saying? It's not so far. I should just look at this as another opportunity to exercise. Yeah. Alright. I should get moving before nightfall. I don't want to run into any Chimera.
Oh man. Immediately, I can say I like this track. It feels quite mellow. Oh yeah. Okay, so we get to walk around, as you do in every compiled hard RPG, aside from Mary Skelter, I suppose. But yeah, let's look at Asahi here. It's a fairly good model. Yeah, you can tell they are at least trying to make use of the PS4's power, make things a little more complex looking. Although I don't know if the exact same team who worked on this game worked on many of their other games. Yeah, they have a lot of projects going on at the moment. I guess there's a little light here. We can jump, of course, and press RB to use portable camouflage. That's something from Omega Quintet that I spot, in which you could use camo blur. We can use our sword to attack enemies on the map, I suppose. Now, I'm pretty sure that sound effect for the sword is very similar to a sound effect used in Tenchu. I'm pretty sure. That game used a fair few stock sound effects, I think. Anyway, there's a restart point here. I don't know what it does. I suppose it's a checkpoint in case we die. That would imply that there's a fight right up ahead. Yeah, we can try using it. We can't use it. Drain here. Drain there. Hold on. Are you panting for breath already, Asahi? Did you only work at a desk before this? Because I assume that you're going to be in for some... Double check our mission. Our mission is to get our job. Let's go already.
I jinxed it. Can I escape?
Ah,
I'm
look.
completely unarmed. There's no way out. What am I going to do?
Here, use this!
Who's there?
My name's Yakumo, but the formalities can wait. You should be able to use that. Hurry!
Where even are you? Are you on that tower next to us or something?
Alright, let's do this. My ultimate beginner's luck isn't just for show.
I'm glad you actually said that. Okay then, in battle, lowering an enemy's HP to 0 will defeat them. What else could it possibly do? You'll win when you've defeated all enemies. Conversely, if an ally's HP reaches 0, they will be KO'd. If all characters on the front are KO'd, it will be game over. Never be game over. You can select your battle commands in the menu with the arrows. Up and down. With some exceptions, by selecting your action in the command menu, you can view various related menu screens. In combat, the tactical weight gauge displayed on the left of the screen will become important. Oh, will become important, huh? It isn't important right now, but it will become so. It displays a character's action state, and the character's icon will move up this. A character's movement speed on the tactical weight gauge affects their speed. Wait, what? Their speed affects their speed? When the icon reaches the action point, that character can select an action. Once an action is selected, the icon will begin moving to the attack level set for that action, and once it reaches the point, they will execute the action. Okay then, so you select an action, then they move up and actually perform the action. Once the character finishes their action, they'll speed up to the top of the gauge. Once the icon reaches the top, it will return to the bottom. The number next to an enemy's icon is their turn counter, and enemies can act that number of times with one icon movement. Oh boy, I sure hope there's no order break in this. Order break... I was not a fan of order break in Omega Quintet. I was about to say compile heart, but come on, they're not blowing together that much. Alright, yep, they connect like that. Be wary of enemies with large numbers. The frame colour around the number also represents their first action time. Only their first? It would be nice if it indicated all of them somehow. Alright, you've got that. I'm talking to yourself, Asahi. Alright. Well, I guess we'll attack. And we can also press X to defend. Okay, so we can press these buttons to do different attacks. I have no idea what these symbols mean. Let's just go with attack level 1. Also, I've got to say, I know this is a Japanese game, but the weapons are freaking huge, and I've played God Eater. Okay, when all allies and enemies have not reached the action point, you can speed up icon movement on the gauge with RB. Fast forwarding has no favourable or unfavourable effects, so it's best to use when everyone's waiting for their action. Okay then. I have it set to auto, so I don't need to do that. Let's try... Let's see, what button did I assign to Y? Was it control? No. Was it V? Yes. Okay, so we can slash and shoot. What? Yeah, I know. Oh, whoops, I accidentally pressed defend. Okay, attack with level 3. Wrong button. Come on, I practiced pressing these buttons before recording, and now I've forgotten them. Let's just slash it a bit. Nice. Is this fanfare ever going to end? I was waiting for it to end because it seemed like it was going to end. And then it didn't end. Marks. We got marks for that. Well, nice to meet you, and thanks for the assist.
I made it somehow. Thank you, Miss Yakumo. But what is this weapon? I've never seen anything like it.
You might have to get used to it.
Huh? Shoot! It called its friends!
Chimera have friends? Ah, jeez. It's exactly like Omega Quintet, isn't it?
What?
I'm sure if she gave us a weapon, she can probably handle these things.
Damn! I guess beginner's luck really only applies to beginners. Gotta show them that I'm not all just luck.
You've got a lot of spirit. That much I can tell. Don't push yourself too hard, though.
You killed it.
This weapon isn't for decoration, you know. Don't just sit there. Prepare yourself.
Right.
I'll defeat the Chimera.
I can hear some reused sound effects from other Compile Heart games.
All right.
Oh man. So far though, the rest of these assets that we're looking at are pretty original. So, let's see. Oh, we can attack using charge, we can use arts. Change auto settings. Let's see if we have any arts. We have arts. Let's be artful. Boy, lots to consider here, but I'm just going to use Mighty Slash on Warthus. Nah, Chimera BA. And you, Miss Yakumo, can use your Super Slash on Chimera BB. Yes, I was hoping that move would get them all in one go.
Alright,
Here we go.
Alright, yeah, let's try attacking. I'll get that X one day.
I'll do my best.
Ah, there we go. Was E? I thought that was just... Okay, something different. Yeah, you attack with level 3 as well.
Let's go.
Yep, keep it up. Wanna see something a bit different, maybe. Small chance of inflicting burn, eh? And there we go.
Defeat the Chimera together.
Your chin is so pointy.
That's all of them. Good work.
It's all because of you. Thank you, Miss Yakumo. So, my name is...
You're Second Lieutenant Asahi Shiramine, the new captain at Chimera Interception HQ, right?
How did you know?
Oh, because... Hi, that wasn't fair. You weren't supposed to run ahead of us like that.
Well, if she didn't, we would probably be mincemeat right now.
What? Ugh. Don't you remember the plan? I was supposed to heroically appear at the last second and save the day!
Amal, you can't just plan for something like that to happen.
But that's what was supposed to happen!
Who are you all?
Sorry, could you wait a moment more? We should introduce the whole team all at once.
The whole team?
Oh, there's one more, isn't
Speaking
there?
of, see? Look over there.
What? More Chimera? Did they call reinforcements?
Don't worry, it's already over. The team took care of them.
Oh, great. But that was quick, don't you think?
Hi. Everyone is already here?
I apologize. We got held up.
this Chimera?
Yeah, but this could hardly be considered exercise. Well, now that we're all here, allow me to properly introduce ourselves. We are the 5 members of CIHQ's test raid force, and we've come to pick up our new captain, Asahi Shiramine.
Test raid. What? You're.
Apologies, but there's no time for this. We shouldn't keep the director waiting.
Please, Captain, let us hurry. We will follow your orders from this point onward.
First day on the job, you're a little late for work, but you get saved by your own subordinates.
Oh, it's all
And
right.
you don't
Show
even
your
know
stuff.
them.
Do your best, Asahi.
Your voice sounds really familiar.
An assessment.
This pressure feels strange.
Everyone has high hopes for you as our new captain. That's all. Let's get going.
Right. Then everyone. It's my honor to work with you.
Excuse me, sir. This is Yakumo of the test raid force. I've brought Second Lieutenant Asahi Shiramine.
Come in. Second Lieutenant Asahi Shiramine. Thank you for coming such a long way.
Now, you can see we're most likely in Tokyo
Delay in my arrival.
because of that tower in the background.
I sent them to pick you up, as I assumed there would be no trains. I hope that wasn't a bother.
It's always Tokyo. But yeah, thanks for that. A lot. Considering that you saved our
Made it at
life.
5 next to them.
We were able to see firsthand the skills of our new captain as well.
Yeah, the
I see.
skills of our
I'm glad
beginner's
both
luck.
sides were able to benefit from the experience. Aye. Please tell the other members
So-
to rest.
I'm wondering if this ultimate beginner's luck is a real thing, or if it's just a little playful delusion
Yes,
made
sir.
up by Asahi.
Wow. This is remarkable.
What is, sir?
Oh, it's nothing. Your resemblance to an old acquaintance is quite surprising. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Taiki Shinohara. I'm the director of the Chimera Interception Headquarters. I'm sure there's no need to tell you about Chimera at this point, but it's protocol, so listen at your leisure. This all began in 1818, when a meteorite dubbed the Black Garnet collided into our planet, the origin of the virus. Infecting both humans and animals, completely reconstructing their physical bodies. It came to be known as the Chimera virus. What happens to humans that are infected in particular? Well, I'm sure you know about that already.
Yes, sir. Although they become smarter, they slowly lose their grasp of reality, eventually turning into monsters.
Right. Because our country secluded itself fairly quickly, we escaped the pandemic. But there's no end to those infected. The goal of CIHQ is to defeat the Chimera, those no longer human, and to prevent further infection. The unit you will be in charge of is a new state-of-the-art task force equipped with experimental technology. Even when placed in a dire situation in your first battle, you defeated the Chimera alone. You're very lucky, Shiramine. Please, lend both your luck and your strength to what is still an experimental unit.
Yes, sir. It's an honor, sir. I will fully devote myself to ensuring the success of this troop, sir.
Thank you. Now I should introduce you to your CO. Right on time. Come in, Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel Miyako Osatani, reporting for duty.
Make sure to follow her instructions from now on. She's one of our best officers.
Yes, sir. I look forward to your guidance and support, Lieutenant.
Don't. I don't need the cheap talk.
If you mean that, you'll prove it to me by following my orders.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh
First
dear.
order, take a walk, soldier. Get familiar with HQ and greet your future subordinates. Repeat.
Yes, ma'am. My orders are to gain an understanding of this base by foot, and to greet the other members of the force.
You just said exactly what she said, but with different
Return here when
words.
complete.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think? Can you use him?
I can't say yet. I can only hope the girls won't make light of him.
You're awfully harsh. In this day and age, a man standing on the front lines is invaluable. Please, support him.
Yes, sir.
Right, we got the acid mission manual again. The military base will act as your base. What else is it for, I wonder? Okay, you can obtain information and prepare for combat. There's an icon for each facility. Okay, exclamation marks indicate events. There are 2 floors, the 3rd floor and the 4th floor. Now everyone's going to be looking for the 1st floor and the 2nd floor, and they'll never find it. Okay. There are 2 ways to deploy from the base. By leaving the front of the base or selecting a deployment destination on the world map. So, where around in the world are we going, I wonder? Yes. Are we going, well, across the globe, maybe? That could be interesting. Okay, when selecting deployment destination, you can move to the world map by pressing B.
Valkyrie force.
Okay.
return to base.
Yes, well, we were here to begin with. So, this is it for part 1. Stay tuned for the next part, where we'll have a look around the base. It's got the reference room there, the command room there, development room there. Despite being a modern-ish society, there's a purse and a knife there. I don't know. Okay then.